Hello, I'm United States Attorney Russell Coleman, and the reason I wanted to make this video about kids vaping marijuana, because not everyone understands the risks. Parents, I'm guessing you've heard a lot about vaping in the news lately. I think most parents are starting to understand that vaping in general is not good for kids. Between the instances of serious lung issues and the risks of addiction, vaping in general is just bad news. But what happens when your son or daughter decides to vape marijuana? Here are 3 reasons for concern. First, you're inhaling harmful ingredients when your kids vape marijuana. It's not the only thing they're inhaling. There are all kinds of other bad stuff, other components getting in their lungs. Kids are purchasing these disposable marijuana pods online from friends, or worse yet, making them on their own. If they purchase them online, ingredient lists aren't always complete or accurate, so there's no telling what's inside the vaping fluids going into their lungs. Kids inhaling vaporized marijuana is bad enough, but don't forget, they're also inhaling heavy metals, carcinogenic compounds, ultrafine particulates, and flavorants linked to serious lung issues. Number 2, the second concern is an intensified high that inhaling vaporized marijuana produces. It produces a much more intensified high than just simply smoking the same amount. THC is a compound in marijuana that makes the user high. Studies have found these liquids can be 30 times more concentrated than dry marijuana buds. Mom and Dad, this is not the marijuana of the 60s or 70s when the THC levels averaged 4 to 7%. Today's marijuana is super potent and poses a higher risk of addiction, especially for kids with a family history of addiction. Finally, vaped marijuana interferes with brain development. According to the Centers for Disease Control, marijuana use interferes with brain development. Vaping marijuana only accelerates this interference. Vaping marijuana can lead to memory and learning issues, thinking and problem-solving issues, difficulty paying attention, poor academic performance, and even anxiety and depression. If you're not sure if your child is vaping marijuana, here are some red flags to watch for. Red eyes, nosebleeds, dry mouth syndrome, increased appetite, your kid suddenly becoming very withdrawn, and even a new group of friends. Let me encourage you to have this conversation with your child tonight. You could start with this. I've been learning a little bit about marijuana and vaping and wanted to share my thoughts with you. I know a lot of people think marijuana is harmless, and a lot of states are making it legal. But I want you to know where I stand as your parent on this issue. First, I know today's marijuana is very different from the marijuana back in my day. The THC levels, that chemical that makes you high, has skyrocketed. And the way kids your age are getting and consuming marijuana has changed too. Vaping marijuana is something new. Some kids are getting real sick from this the very first time they try it, and honestly, it scares me. There's no telling what's inside those pods because none of this is regulated. So here's where I stand. Marijuana in any form is off limits for our family. Full stop. I don't care if it's legalized or not. Pot can interfere with your brain development and does nothing to help you achieve your goals. My job as your parent is to help you be safe and healthy. And to anyone who wants to sell or give you marijuana, they really don't care about you or your future. I do. I love you. I believe in you. And you can always blame me if you get pressured by your friends. You can always come to me with any questions or concerns. Vaping marijuana is dangerous and needs to be addressed in our homes, fellow parents. You can do this. Be the parent and let us know how we can help or assist in any way.